All right, let's give it the big test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Looks like we're good. I think I'm gonna have to turn the game audio down a little bit because once the actual race gets started, the car engine audio tends to be a little bit loud. So 1 second. Yeah, lately, it's probably been going on for about a month now. Every time I go live, I have to go into OBS and set the audio because it's not saving it for whatever reason. Maybe it could be broken because I haven't updated it yet. There is an update for OBS, and this computer in particular is telling me that I have to remove the NDI plugin in order to download the update, which means I download the update, then I have to go back and get the NDI plugin again, or find the most recent one and then go through all that mess again. And so I'm a person that likes to set everything and then go. Like, I don't like having to come back and keep playing around with it. So we are here to do another GTE race on Circuit de la Sarthe, hoping to get back the rank that I lost and then some. But we've got about 10 minutes before the race starts, or before the session starts. So I just want to talk about a couple of quick things. The first thing I want to talk about is the big topic this weekend, that PSN, or PlayStation Network, was down for 18 hours. It came back up yesterday sometime. And my case specifically, I could not play any of my games, single player or multiplayer game, because I would get a message saying that it was not able to verify the license. And it turned out the reason why I could not play any of my games offline is because I did not have offline in console sharing enabled. And basically, you got to have those enabled in order to play games offline. So, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I didn't plan to play anything on my PlayStation anyway. I can count on one hand how many times I've turned my PlayStation on in the last 2 months. As far as the PS5 goes, PSVR 2, GT7, for the most part, I think I've mentioned that before. For the most part, I'm done with GT7 from a competitive standpoint. I might dive in there once in a while for a casual experience, just to get away from the seriousness of LeMans Ultimate. But it's a game that I no longer take serious. It's a game that I no longer have a desire to be competitive in. But coming back to the PSN outage, there seemed to be, taking a look at the back and forth on Twitter, there seemed to be two types of people relative to PSN being down. There were those who were attacking it, and then there were those who were defending it. And then there were those who were dismissive of it, which I felt was a roundabout way of defending it. I think by them being dismissive of it, I think they were defending the PSN outage without trying to sound like a fanboy. So naturally, that caused the back and forth between the Xbox fanboys, the PlayStation side, what have you. And myself, how I feel about it, I kind of just already said it anyway. I really didn't care. It just like, it seemed to be a viral moment on Twitter. Everybody talking about PSN being down and Sony not saying anything. So that seemed to be the big outrage, is that they felt Sony's lack of communication wasn't a good look. And a lot of people were upset about that. A lot of people were saying what they should get as compensation and yada, yada, yada. I personally didn't care, because even if PSN hadn't gone down, I probably wouldn't have used my PlayStation anyway. Because again, now that I've kind of walked away from GT7 from a competitive standpoint, there's really not much use for my PS5, because any other VR games, you know, third-party VR games, I have them in PC, and they look better without reprojection, and they run pretty good too. So there's really not much. I really don't have all that much use for it. It's there. I'm not going to get rid of it, because it's not worth near what I paid for it. You know, we're talking $600 for the headset, $500 for the console. There's no way I would be able to get that on the secondhand market. So I'd just be better off keeping it. So now we've got 6 minutes. We can talk about the main topic, and that is with sim racing games. I think you have a person that whenever you mention that particular racing game and you think of content creators, you kind of have an image that pops up in your head first. And I think that person, you know, at least in your mind, might be the face of a particular racing game. So a couple of examples would be, when it comes to Assetto Corsa Competizione, the first name that pops in my head would be Jardier. He's not necessarily the fastest guy on ACC, but he is fast, and I do feel that he's the face of ACC. GT7, I think hands down, Super GT is the face of GT7. I think he has like around 800,000 subs. You know, he'll mess around with Forza once in a while, but pretty much his bread and butter is GT7. And so that brings us to, let me see. Well, then, like with iRacing, I don't know. There's so many people that stream iRacing. I wouldn't even know who to say. I wouldn't even know who to say the face of iRacing is. And Automobilista 2, or Race Room, there doesn't seem to be a lot of content out there of people streaming it every day. So I really don't have a person picked out that I think would be the face of Automobilista 2 or Race Room. But here, LeMans Ultimate, I think when it comes to the hypercar, I feel like Michi Hoyer is the face of the hypercar. He's one of the fastest guys on hypercar. You know, like when it comes to the hypercar class, I would probably say Michi Hoyer, Kevin Secleri, Yernik Simichik, Alex K. Those are some of the fastest guys in the hypercar class. And when it comes to the GT3 class, one of the guys that I follow, Big Printa, he's got a small channel. I think he's got about 800 subs. I think a case could be made that he should be the face of the GT3s. I've watched a lot of his streams in a lot of the races that he participates in. He wins them. And so I think he should be the face of GT3. You know, maybe Kevin Secleri is the face of GT3s. He does a lot of GT3 racing as well, but as far as a person that does strictly GT3s, I think Big Printa should be the face of the GT3 class. And I will make a mention for myself. It may sound arrogant, narcissist, whatever the case may be, but I feel like I should be the face of LeMans Ultimate in VR. I'm one of the guys that was using the VR from the minute I discovered you could access it, even though it was hidden. Even when the VR didn't look good, didn't run good, did not have access to online play, I was still doing streams of LeMans Ultimate and doing single player races and talking about what I thought the potential of LeMans Ultimate would be. So yeah, I don't think that void has been filled yet as far as anybody being the face of LeMans Ultimate in VR. And again, I think I should be that person. Sorry, don't mean to sound arrogant or narcissist, but as far as VR goes, I'm one of the guys that was there day one and believed in this game all the way. And I never wavered from this game. There was nothing ever happened with LeMans Ultimate that made me say, you know, this isn't going to work out. This game is going to end up being trash or anything like that. I believed in it from the word go. But hey, you know, but the game is progressing nicely, and this game is going to only grow. And I think it's going to explode even more once we get the driver swap and we start seeing a lot of endurance races popping up, 6, 12, 24-hour races. And then we've got some broadcasting channels popping up. And I think the future is bright for this game. Okay, so we've got 30 seconds, time to suit up. So we've got 146 participants in this race. Let me see if Mr. Rhett Frederick is registered for this race. You guys have probably heard me mention this guy several times. And I definitely put the focus on him on my last stream because he was involved in an incident. But yeah, there's 2 or 3 people that I kind of remember who I feel were troublemakers. I don't see them. That doesn't mean that there isn't any troublemakers in this bushel. We will see. Wow, I'm in split 1 of 18. I mean, wow. So this game has proven that during peak hours or on the weekends, there is definitely a spike in participation. So that is wonderful. I think somebody's coming out. There we go. I knew somebody was coming out.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, when you see a car come out, you gotta be aware that there is no ghosting in the pits. There is contact. So if you see a car coming out of his stall before you, it's probably best to let them go first.
It takes it is clear. The brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag in Sector 2. That's the end of the session, P10.
All right, do I recognize any of these names? And the answer is no. But, however, I do see two more Corvettes.
Exit's clear. Alright Clay, you've got 6 minutes to get the job done. Your brakes are cold, let's get some heat. Okay, Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. bit of bodywork damage there, just ignore it.
All right. I don't think I got the exit I was looking for, but it's better that than to get a penalty.
That's the end of the session, 10th position.
Lap 358.20.
Look at that, 353.8 on 4.3 seconds. Holy moly. Ah. Yeah, even if I would have got into the 357s, it wouldn't have made a difference. And there's still, well, it doesn't matter now because I got knocked down to 13th, but it doesn't matter anyway because already Noel Gonzalez, he's still out there putting in another lap. So He's at 358 flat. Now I'm 14th. Holy crap. The pressure is definitely on. I absolutely have to finish in the top half to minimize the damage. Once they allow you to customize your car and assign a number to yourself or whatever the case may be, I hope they do the I hope they follow low fuel motorsports, where when you come into the session, your car number is what your rank is. So if you come into the session with car number 5, it means that you came into the session rank 5th. Whereas with this game, I don't know what I expected. I don't know what my rank was coming into the session until after it's over.
Go.
Green flag.
Oh, wow.
Car clear left.
This could get messy.
Yellow flag, sector 2. Looks like P5's gone off in PlayStation chicane. Sector 2 is now green. Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. The gap in front is now 0.48. Okay, Clay, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. The next car is Bruno. Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits.
He's gonna take me.
Car right, clear.
He
right.
got a better exit, so he was gonna take me.
Smooth. 15 minutes left. The guy in front is Gianni. Clear left.
Ooh, ooh, you clipped me.
It's just a scratch. Ignore it. Come on, keep pushing. Car clear right.
Fucking asshole. I knew he. All right. Okay.
Seeing right front looking into Ulsan. Okay, Clay, don't let this guy distract you. is Magnus. The leader's just done a 3:53.4 seconds.
That's Zaranovich.
16th place.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at him after this race, because he pushed me out the way, and then I think he pushed another car. I think he pushed that yellow Ferrari in front of me.
Yellow flag. It looks like Bruno has gone off in Dunlop chicane. Sector 1 is green.
Wonder why he's slowing down.
Nicely done.
No!
Yellow flag in sector 2. Just had a warning for cutting the track. Green flag sector 2. We think that Vieira has binned it in PlayStation chicane.
These cars behind me are making me nervous.
Incident in sector 2. Yellow flag. We think Noel has gone off in Michelin chicane. Sector 2 is clear.
Wonder what happened to him.
Okay, Clay, we're at the halfway point. Stay focused. We're still in this. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go. Just ignore it. It'll go away. Car right.
He's trying
Right
to push
side
me
clear.
out of the way.
Come on, don't let him get away. Right side tyres are cold. Leads Clay. Okay, temperature's falling. It's now 26 Celsius. Track temps are good. The gap to Magnus ahead is increasing. It's now 0.9. To 13th place, ahead is now 0.7. Okay, Clay, you've used half your fuel. The gap behind is now 1.1. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Right side's clear, 15th place.
This car is damaged too.
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. We can see Gonzalez has gone off in the S's. Alright Clay, the next car is Steven. The track temperature is falling, it's now 34 Celsius. Ahead is now 0.7. We've been warned about track limits. Yellow flag, watch out. left, 2 minutes. Sector 1 is clear. You're cooking your left side tyres. Sector 3 is yellow.
And
In front is heavy.
I got a flat spot.
Blocking your front going into Ulsan. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. We think Ferreira has stacked it.
Those two cars behind me are probably going to catch me. So this race is going to have a bad... Wait a minute, what the hell was that? Okay. So I got my 14th place back in.
Yellow flag, sector 3. We think that Gaida has stacked it in Porsche curves. Sector 3 is now clear. E14.
9.
Gap 2 came in ahead is increasing. It's now 1.6 seconds. Pay attention to track limits, please claim. Gap 2, B30 in front is now 6.5. Sector 2 is green. It looks like Magnus has gone off in Michelin chicane. Right sides are cold. Incident sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think that Vieira has crashed. Green flag in sector 3. gap in front is now 1.6 seconds. Left side, clear left. Okay, pit stop requested. 14th. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, that's Zaranovich. What a... Yeah, let me let him know how I feel. Might not even be in here anymore, but let me see. The clay is called racing. Okay, so if they gonna call it racing, if I start squeezing underneath and start pushing people out of the way the same way they doing to me, okay, then that's racing. And the problem with that kind of stuff is, like that Zaranovich, what he did to me, sooner or later the same thing's gonna happen to him. What happened to that Rhett Frederick guy? He's gonna do that shit to the wrong. Sooner or later, let me speak it to the mic. That Zaranovich, what he did to me, sooner or later, just like that Rhett Frederick guy, he's gonna do it to the wrong person, and they're gonna retaliate and take him out. He said, yeah, whatever, man. Maybe don't break 100 meters too early. So I'm not going to go back and forth with this asshole. He left anyway. Typical guy, says something to get the last word in and then leave. So I wouldn't be able to respond anyway because he's already left the session. Ugh. I did exactly what I was expected to do, and I still took a hit. So yeah, it was imperative that I finished in the top half of the results. So I've said that before, it's really hard, especially in the top tier. For me, it's been really hard to qualify in the top half, depending on the strength of field. But there is a realistic expectation that I can finish in the top half of the results because of all the spin outs and wrecks and all that other stuff that goes on. So if I could have finished in the top half of this, I would have gotten some rank. So I did lose rank, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So let's have a look at this Zarinovich guy. And so because of what he did to me, he said that's racing. So that means he's done it to more than one person. So where's the rent? Because he's in a Ferrari. Okay, so, oh, I see now. So he's way up there. Something happened to him. There he is. So something must have happened to him that made him start racing like an idiot. Oh, there it is right there. He was going to try it right there. Okay. Oh, but wait a minute. That's racing. But he just flashed somebody. He flashed somebody that was defending their position. Oh, but that's racing. Okay. Let's see how long it takes for him to run out of patience and push this car out of the way if he does it. think that's me right there in the Corvette. Yeah, that's me. So we're coming up right here where he pushed me out of the way. Right here. Yep, asshole pinballed me right out of the way. You know what? Rather than say what an asshole he was, I'm going to take the blame for this. Because if I would have defended that lane, he wouldn't have been able to try it. So yeah, I'm going to take the blame for that one, for leaving the door wide open. I should have slammed the door on his ass. And he's talking about me braking 100 meters too early. What the fuck is he talking about? We just passed the 100-meter board right there. So at this point, I believe I'm right here. Right there at the 100-meter board, just past it. That's where I hit the brakes at every time. And then I'll try to ride the brakes until we get up here to this blacked out sign. Right here, you see the red meter right there. The brake is increasing, so I'm starting to apply more pressure to the brakes. Right there is where I apply the brakes. And at that point, I'm kind of riding the brakes. But as we get closer to this this sign right here with that 20 marker right there, and you look at the brake inputs right here, that red line, you're going to see that go up. So what the fuck is he talking about, me braking 100 meters too early? I braked past 100 meter. If I would have hit the brakes any later, I would have went off of the track. So my intentions were to stay on the outside so I could cut across the top of the apex and still carry speed around the corner. I didn't think he would actually try that shit right there. So look at this idiot move right here. Look Look how close we are. The only way he gets through that corner is if he pushes me out of the way. And then, look, oh, whoa. As you can see, he already starts to force his way underneath. And then his car starts to wash out to the outside and pushes me, and basically pushes me out of the way. I held my line. You can see his car sliding outward, and it pushed me out of the way. And it sent my car into a spin. And he's talking about that's racing. All right. When I see him again, I'm going to race with him. How long before the next one starts? 32 minutes. Well, it's a half an hour before the next race starts. I'm not going to hold you guys up because if I don't see Zarinovich, I'm not going to do the next race. So I'm just going to go ahead and hang it up. And if I see him, I'll race, and maybe I'll record it so you guys can see what part 2 was. Guess until then, I was not very happy with what he did, and so moving forward, I know that I'm going to start defending my position. I don't care how much it slows these guys down. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like that shit forcing your way underneath people. But if you can do it cleanly, I'll accept it. But he did it. He did it at my expense. He pushed me out of the way. So I'm not gonna bother reporting him because I don't think it'll get anywhere. Yeah, that really burns me up. When this kind of crap happens, I do get mad. I think I wouldn't be human if I didn't get upset. But it's a lot of times I get it out. A lot of times I get upset and I get it out of my system, and it's behind me. But that shit right there, to do what he did and then say it's racing, that shit burns me up. So, all right, folks. Sorry I couldn't do better. I mean, because I was in there. I was in there with some really fast guys. Had I done this race at nighttime and most of these aliens would have been asleep, yeah, I get positive rank, but I guess all things considered, I finished exactly where I was expected to finish at. So That being said, I'm going to go ahead and boogie on out of here. And regardless, one way or the other, I'll let you know if there was a part 2 to this saga. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. We'll see you, everybody.